Morris. Good afternoon and welcome to Pope John High School in Sparta, New Jersey, where today the Pope John Lions boys soccer team gets set to take on the Westmore Central Wolfpack. Hello, everyone. Mike Formasano here on a beautiful Friday afternoon in late September. Summer may be off the calendar. It may have hit autumn. However, the temperature and the weather have not cooperated. It is still hot out here. Low 80s, beautiful sunshine. A few clouds rolling in, but that's pretty much it. No threat of rain. And it looks like we're going to have a glorious day for soccer out here on the soccer pitch at Pope John High School. And the Pope John Lions looking to replicate their first game of the season where they defeated the Westmore Central Wolfpack by a score of 3-0. Today, the Lions coming in with a record of 3-3. They won their first three games, and then the last three matches they have lost. The last one was on Saturday to Montville, and we were there for that. And they take on a Westmore Central team today that's 0-7 on the season. So Pope John looking to correct the ship and get back into the winning way. What happens? Let's go over the rosters. We start with Westmore Central, and number 0 is Matthew Eligasi. Number 00 is Cooper Flynn. Flynn is going to be the goalkeeper for today for West Morris. Number 1 is Jack Labar. 3 is Mark Karamis. 4, Braden Archer. 5, Christian Tercios Guevara. 6, Travis Els. 7, Dylan Cocaris. Number 8, Justin Dew. 9, Tyler Salazar. 10, JP Huff. Steve Santiago is number 11. Cameron Jute is number 12. Daniel Lopes is number 13. Marvin Dew, number 14. Jason Afonso, number 15. Ryan Desalis is number 16. Hosmer Fernandez, number 17. Number 18 is Kevin Masterson. 19 is Devin Thies. 20 is Christian Jute. 21, Evan Schwartz. 22, Brendan Dilling. And number 26, Vassal Goncharuk. The head coach of the Westmore Central Wolfpack is Bob Haddington. Assistant coaches Andrew Kimball, Jeff Copen, and Jackson Meyer. For the Pope John Lions, we start with number 2, Steve Leonard. Number 3 is Graydon Morrow. Number 4 is Ethan Poplowski. Number 5, Santiago Vargas. Number 6, Sergey Carabajo. Number 7, Christopher Opat. Number 8 is Landon Terrazas. Number 9, Damian Stawali. Number 10, Nicholas Aceto. Number 11, Emmanuel Vargas. Number 12, Daniel Burns. 14 is Ethan Nowak. 15, Teo Fadillo. 16, Tyler Wright. 17, Sebastian Alvarez. Number 18, Heath Gallant. 20 is William Franco. 21, Anthony Patino. 22, Alex Cuello. And number 23, Christopher Sabella. The goalkeepers, number 25, Zach Cash. And the starting goalie for today, number 1, Matthew Rivera. The president of the Catholic Academy of Sussex County is Mr. Daniel O'Keefe. The principal of Pope John High School is Gene Emmering. The VP and chaplain is Father John Calabro. The athletic director is Brian McAleer. The athletic trainers, Gerard Graziano and Jordan Martin. The site manager is Ben Perez. And head coach of the Pope John Lions boys soccer team is Christian Ardea. Assistant coach Jared Ottaviano. I'm Mike Formasano. We're here live at Pope John High School in Sparta, New Jersey. Beautiful day for some soccer on the soccer pitch. It'll be the Pope John Lions and the Westmore Central Wolfpack, and that's next right here on Pope John Lions TV on YouTube. Welcome back to Pope John High School in Sparta, New Jersey, as we're awaiting the start of the soccer match between the Pope John Lions and the Westmore Central Wolfpack. Just wanted to alert you to the north end of the field here, and they've got the banners of the seniors on the soccer team posted right next to the field hockey team for the girls. So just wanted to go ahead and alert you to that, and that soccer senior night is coming up soon. Number 22, Alex Cuello on the list, along with number 11, Manuel Vargas, number 18, Heath Gallant, number 20 for the Lions, William Franco, number 3, Graydon Morrow, and number 4, Ethan Poplowski. And they will all be celebrated along with the seniors from all the other sports. So that'll be senior night, and that's upcoming. We'll find out what day that is and try and get out to the soccer pitch for that. Oh, Westmore Central still warming up. Pope John is coming over to the official scores table as we speak. And we are a few minutes away from soccer here at Pope John High School. We'll be back in just a few minutes on Pope John Lions TV on YouTube. Pope John and Westmore Central upcoming. Welcome back to Pope John High School in Sparta, New Jersey for Pope John Lions boys soccer. Mike Formasano here calling today's match as Pope John Lions 3-3 in the year, taking on 0-7 Westmore Central. Now, Pope John started with a 3-0 record. They had a win against Kinnelon 7-2. They upped their record to 3-0, but since then, a couple of hard luck losses and then a 2-0 defeat at the hands of Montville this past Saturday, and dropped that record to 3-3. But not to be undeterred, they are back home today and looking to get back in the win column. On Monday, they have a 6:30 game under the lights at Morristown High School. That is scheduled after the 4 p.m. girls soccer match, which that's senior night here at Pope John High School. So we're going to be at the girls soccer game. What I'm going to try and do is if it ends any reasonable time before the boys soccer match, I'm going to try and head down to Morristown and pick up that boys soccer game. Anytime we can get under the lights, I love it. So that would be a lot of fun. So we'll try and get to that game. No promises, but we'll see what we can do. In the meantime, schedule is off tomorrow. Nothing on the schedule for tomorrow. And then Sunday, the Junior Lions, 11U, and then 13/14U teams, they will play Carteret. The Bulldogs come up from the Jersey Shore, just north of Staten Island. And so they will come out to Pope John High School, 11 a.m. for the 11U start, 12:30 scheduled time, ETA, for the 13/14U Lions. Pope John Junior Lions football right here on Pope John Lions TV on YouTube. That is Sunday, 11 a.m. 11U, then 13/14U against the Carteret Bulldogs. As I said, girls soccer Monday, that's senior night. We got a chance to check out the girls soccer team on Wednesday against Sparta. They hung in there very well. Goalkeeper Abigail Talmadge made a couple of great saves in that first half, including off a corner kick early. But unfortunately for the Lions, they fell 3-0 to Sparta. And they'll look to get back into the win column on Monday during senior night. Boys at Morristown Monday, and then I think girls field hockey on Tuesday. And then we will plan out October's schedule later in the week. So that's what's upcoming on the channel. The team's continuing to warm up here at Pope John High School. Pope John all spread out there in those beautiful blue and gold jerseys. The stripes across with the gold numbers, the blue shorts, and the gold stripe down the leg with white socks. And they'll be going right to left from north to south on your screen. Westmore Central in their white uniforms with powder blue on the numbers and powder blue trim. White shorts and white socks, and they'll be going from left to right on your screen. We're just awaiting the referee's whistle and having the team set up so we can get underway here. So it was a 4 p.m. start. They may have pushed it off to 4:15. So if that's the case, it's 4:09 right now. So we're just waiting to get underway. In fact, there's a whistle. So we'll come back and be all set up. Pope John and West Morris Central right here at Pope John High School. If you're in the area, come on out and take in the Pope John Lions boys soccer team. We're live here at Pope John High School. We'll be right back on Pope John Lions TV on YouTube. Welcome back to Pope John High School in Sparta, New Jersey for Pope John Lions boys soccer. Mike Formasano along with you, calling today's match between the Lions and the West Morris Central Wolfpack. Captains are on the official scores table right next to the referees. Christopher Opat, Nicholas Aceto, and Emmanuel Vargas out there for Pope John. And the West Morris Central captains as well, including goalkeeper number 1, Cooper Flynn. Well, that's actually Jack LaBar. So I was told that Cooper would be playing in the net. He's listed as 00, so try and find out confirmation of that. In net for the Pope John Lions will be Matt Rivera. Rivera has gotten most of the starts, if not all of them, for Pope John so far in this campaign. See, Teo Fadillo's back with Lions today, and that's great to see. Starters out there, I can tell you, Ethan Poplowski, Emmanuel Vargas, Daniel Burns, Chris Sabella, Santiago Vargas, number 17, Sebastian Alvarez out there. Once they come out of the huddle, I'll have a better idea. Well, both teams in their huddles, getting ready. Coming up in about a week, maybe 10 days, 100 in Warren Sussex tournament action for all of the sports except football here in Pope John High School in Sussex County. So, boys soccer team, the girls soccer team, girls volleyball, and girls field hockey, all involved in the 100 in Warren Sussex tournament. Always a lot of fun. So on the midfield line right now, and this looks how it's going to be on the attackers, is going to be number 23, Chris Sabella, number 9, Damian Stawowi, number 17, Sebastian Alvarez, we'll give you the rest of the starting lineup in a little bit. Anthony Patino's going to be a midfielder, Chris Opat's a midfielder, Teo Fadillo, Vargas, Burns, and Poplowski are the fullbacks. Rivera in net. And here we go. West Morris Central will start out. Goes back to their fullback, number 7, Caceres. Headed by Fadillo. Towards the sideline. Sabella can't keep it in. Right in front of us, and it'll be West Morris Central ball. Right there at the sideline, number 13 for West Morris Central, over to 21. That is Evan Swartz. Kick ahead to Aceto. Nicholas Aceto looking to break past the defense. And back to the goalkeeper. Oh, it's tipped in by Pope John, and it goes wide left. Number 10, Aceto, blocked the kick by the goalkeeper and wasn't able to put it on net. It went wide, so it's a goal kick for Westmore Central. A golden opportunity early in the first minute or two here. Now Pope John with the ball. There's Stowowdy. Pass across, intercepted by number 10, J.P. Huff. Now at the near side to Sabella. Sabella keeps it in bounds. Blocked by number 4, Braden Archer. Good slide tackle by Fadillo. Now ahead. Alvarez. Cut off by the last line of defense for Westmore Central. And the Wolfpack will head down the field toward the mid-stripe. Here's number 10, J.P. Huff. Stolen away by Pope John. Back into the Westmore Central side of the field. Good header by Burns, although it's going to go the other direction. Over the sideline and out of bounds. Westmore Central possession. Ball kicked down the field. Headed back the other way by number 4, Braden Archer. Stowowdy, cut off by Archer. Now picked up by Westmore Central to their attacker, but intercepted by Vargas. Vargas with the boot down the field. Aceto after it. Nicholas Aceto in the far corner toward the sideline. Is able to keep it in bounds. Centers it. Nobody home. Back to Stowowdy. Over to Sabella. Westmore is able to clear it, but not over the midfield stripe. Here's Fadillo. Over to Sabella. Sabella goes down and possession taken over by number 11, Steve Santiago. Over to number 6, that is Travis Ells in the corner. Centers it. Good header by Pope John to clear it out of the way. And it'll go towards the Lion bench, out of bounds. Westmore Central with possession. Now 5-10 minutes in here, first half, 0-0, Pope John and Westmore Central. As the Wolfpack will inbound again. All the way down the field, and Rivera will take it for Pope John before number 11, Santiago, can jump on it. The boot. Just shy of the midfield line, but picked up by Pope John. Here's Fadillo. Over to Sabella. Chris Sabella racing down the near side. Sabella still with it towards the corner. Near the back line. The ball knocked out of bounds. It's going to be a goal kick. No, they're setting up for the corner. So it'll be a corner kick for Pope John. No, they're setting it up actually off the corner, so it's a free kick because of the infraction there by number 4 for West Morris. So it'll be Daniel Burns with the free kick. Burns will wait for the referee's whistle. There it is, right in the middle. Goes through the crease and over the back line, out of bounds. Goal kick for West Morris. No score here early in this first half. Pope John and Westmore Central. So here is number 4 with it. That's Archer. Archer up the field, out of bounds, and Pope John will take over. Lions 3-3 on the year. Their first 3 matches, victories. And they're on a 3-game losing streak. West Morris is 0-7. Here's number 22, Brendan Dilling, being challenged by Alvarez. Pass over to the far side. Now down the field, Wes Morris trying to break into the box. Kick back toward the sideline. Out of bounds. It'll be Wes Morris' possession. I'm looking at the goalie for Wes Morris. I keep seeing number 1, so I'm going to go with Jack LeBar, as he is a senior goalie on the team. So if I'm incorrect, somebody can correct me. You can go ahead and post on the channel or let me know later. But I'm going to go with LeBar. So free kick for Wes Morris. Comes toward the net, toward the box. Rivera with a piece of it. Goes out of bounds. And that will set up a corner kick for Wes Morris Central. It'll be number 7, Dylan Caceres for Wes Morris, taking the corner kick. Here's the boot toward the middle of the field. Past everyone, rolling to the sideline, and Sabella will keep it in. Intercepted by number 12, Cameron Jute. Now taken by Aceto. Patino has it. Pass over to Opat. Stolen by Jute. No, that's Schwartz. Schwartz up to number 10, J.P. Huff. Kick in. Good save by Rivera, diving to his right. And he hauls that in. Nice save by the freshman netminder. And he boots it up the field to Aceto. Nicholas Aceto kicks it into the corner in the near end. It's an offside against Pope John, as Stowowie was a step too quick. So Wes Morris sets up for the free kick. 0-0 your score here at the soccer pitch at John High School. First half, about 10 to 15 minutes in. The time being kept by the referees on the field. There's the kick all the way down the field. There's number 26 with it. And that is Vasil Goncharuk. Centers it. Good head by Fadullo. Back to Schwartz. Stowowie putting a body on him. Now right near the sideline, number 10, Huff. J.P. Huff will just boot it back to his goalkeeper, Jack LeBar. LeBar sends it over, comes to Huff. Now the near side. Turned back around by Pope John. Now in front, almost intercepted there by Stowowie. Damian Stowowie with good hustle. Burns back to Stowowie. Stowowie on the wing. Trying to maneuver his way through 2 defenders. Good move there. Towards the corner, around number 4. He's on the back line, taken away by Dylan Caceres. Good header by Burns. Back the other way by Evan Schwartz. Fadillo to Opat. Stowowie on the side. Intercepted by Braden Archer. And the ball coming towards us around the sideline. Archer will kick it down the field over the midfield stripe. Patino, and there's Vargas. Back to Vargas. Trying to get the ball to Chris Sabella on the wing. Vargas back now. Turns it back around. Now to Aceto. Nicholas Aceto. The boot to Stowowie. Damian Stowowie on the near side. Out of bounds by Wes Morris Central. Pope John will inbound. So Pope John's setting up. Substitution in. Number 8, Landon Terrazas coming into the game. No, that's, yeah, it is Terrazas for Chris Sabella. Ball goes to the back line, cleared by Westmore Central. Good kick by Stowowie, keeps it in. Nice move, tripped down. We're going to call against number 21, Evan Schwartz. Pope John possession. About 15 minutes in here at Pope John High School, 0-0 your score between the Lions and the Wolfpack. Here's Bird setting up for the free kick towards the goal. And the goalkeeper's able to secure it. Jack Labar, nice save, as he had a couple of Lions right around him, including Nicholas Aceto. It's on the far side now. Turned around. Pope John with it, Stowowie. Pass over. Intercepted. Good play by Burns. Burns looking to get in to Terrazas. Landon Terrazas. Coming toward the net. Back. Intercepted by Schwartz. Schwartz will kick it down the field. Over to number 6, Travis Ells. Ells across the midfield stripe. On the far wing in Pope John territory, leading the charge for the Wolfpack. Ball right near the out-of-bounds line. It does go over, and so Alvarez with the throw-in. No score here, about halfway through this first half, a little less than halfway. It's a beautiful day out here. Sun shining, low 80s, late summer, even though the calendar switched over to autumn. It definitely feels like a late summer day, but you got the foliage in the background, which is crazy. October's right around the corner. Here's a pass over. Number 11 for West Morris. The boot in. Save Rivera. Off the foot of Cameron Jute. Number 12 for West Morris. So the freshman goalkeeper making another big save for Pope John. And he boots it back into West Morris' side of the field. And now Pope John looking to charge, and he can't do so. Toward the net, Rivera comes out, scoops it up. They'll slow things down. Now Rivera with the big kick. Good header tried by Opat, and now a break for Pope John. Here's Terrazas. No, to Stowowie. Stowowie on the near side. Stowowie with the pass across. Gets to Alvarez, intercepted by number 22, Brendan Dilling. Jute, the kick down the field. And Rivera will come out and take it. Stays in the box. Scoops it up before number 11, Steve Santiago, can jump on it. About 20 minutes in here, first half. 0-0 your score. 40-minute halves. So the free kick by Fadillo. Good boot down the field. Right to the goalkeeper. Number 1, Jack Labar. Good save by the West Morris netminder. Now, number 26 with it, Vassal Gunchuk. Sends it down to the middle of the field. Pope John looking to break. Near side. There's Terrazas with it. The pass over to Stowowie. The shot. He scores! Damian Stowowie off the pass from Landon Terrazas. And Pope John nets the first goal of the game. It's 1-0 Lions over the Wolfpack. Beautiful pass by Terrazas, centered the ball, and Stowowie just had to boot it in with his right foot, and he did so. 1-0 Pope John over Westmore Central. Westmore Central will start things out. Number 7, Dylan Caceres. Pass up, intercepted by Wolfpack. Now the Lions on the move again. Here comes Pope John. Right through the middle. Wolfpack, the shot. Oh, what a save by the Westmore Central netminder. Wow. Incredible save coming out to challenge Wolfpack, who was looking for a golden opportunity to be able to bury that shot. Now Terrazas on the side. Ball goes out of bounds. It'll be Westmore Central ball. What a save by Jack LeBar. Jack? No, Cooper? It is Cooper. Cooper Flynn. So Cooper Flynn in net for Westmore Central. What a save. Shot in. Rivera will scoop it in. And he secures it. Good save by the freshman netminder. I'll tell you, we've been seeing some goaltending this week. In the girls' game the other day, and now in the boys' game today. Rivera's been solid, as he has been all year long. And now Cooper Flynn with a big save off the foot of Christopher Wolfpack. It'll be Pope John ball. Teo Fadula will set it up. It'll be Vargas taking the kick. Manuel Vargas. 1-0, Pope John over Westmore Central. The goal by Damian Stawowi, assisted by Landon Terrazas. Now toward the net, the header. Now Stawowi towards the goal, and it's wide right.
Keep that up, Pope.
So Westmore Central will set up with the goal kick. Flynn will tap it over to his fullback, number 1, or number 7, Caceres. It's in the Wolfpack end, trying to break free. Big collision there by Burns and number 11, Santiago. It's going to go West Morris's way. About 25 minutes into this first half, approximately. 1-0, Pope John over Westmore Central. Damian Stawowi with the goal past Cooper Flynn. The assist by number 8, Landon Terrazas. Here's the kick. Down the field toward the goal, looking for a header near the box. Inside the box toward the goal. And now it's stolen away. Here's Stawowi. Good move by him. Pass up. A little bit of a block there. Cito coming in, and Flynn clears it. Down the far side. Good play by Poplowski, but he knocks it out of bounds. It'll be Westmore Central ball. Lions won over Westmore Central in the first match of the season, 3-0. Cito had a goal in that game. And they won their next 2, which we had here on Pope John Lions TV on YouTube, including a 7-2 win over Kinnelon. But since then, they've dropped 3 in a row, including the last game we were at, which was at Montville, 2-0 on Saturday. That dropped the Lions to 3-3. Well, they're looking to get back above 500 today. They want to try and build momentum as they head into the 100 in Warren Sussex tournaments in about 10 days. And I'm so looking forward to coverage of that. Monday, we're going to try and get down to Morristown for their night game, 6:30 p.m. Now, the girls have senior night at 4 p.m. first. So we're going to be there for that. But once the girls' game's over, we're going to hop in my car and we're going to head down to Morristown. And if I make it down there, then we'll have coverage for the 6:30 matchup. A double dip of soccer on Monday. Now, right near the sideline, Pope John trying to pry it free. That's Caceres with the ball. Sometimes tough to read the numbers from this far away. The Westmore Central numbers, they're a light number, a powder blue on white jersey, so it makes it really tough. For Pope John, not as tough because we got the dark background, the dark blue, and then the gold number, so it's a little easier, but from this distance, my eyes aren't what they used to be. So 20 years ago, I had no problem reading it twice as far away. Ball goes out of bounds. Pope John will set up with it. Nothing tomorrow. Enjoy your Saturday. Sunday at 11 a.m. from the football field at Pope John High School. It'll be Junior Lions football. The Pope John Junior Lions 11U and then 13-14U squads will be taking on Carteret. The Bulldogs come in from the Jersey Shore. Kick out of bounds. It'll be Pope John. As for Dillo, so Daniel Burns will set up. Substitutions in for Westmore Central. There we go. Burns tosses it in. Good header by number 7, Dylan Caceres. Westmore's attempting to steal. That's number 17, Jasper Fernandez. Out of bounds off Pope John. And Westmore Central will inbound. Good kick behind the leg by number 13, Daniel Lopes. Now Pope John with the ball booted down the field, out of bounds. And it'll be Westmore's. So no substitution for the Wolfpack, and Westmore's will inbound. Over to 13, back to 8. 8, Justin Dew. Intercepted by Terrazas. Landon to the middle of the field. Still has the ball to Stowowski on the wing. Back in the middle. And the save made by Cooper Flynn, who comes out to the top of the box to secure that. Good save by the Westmore netminder. Terrazas when he first came on the field because he's got white shoes on. He had a different color shoe. I think it was almost like maroon or magenta or reddish sort of shoe that he had on for most of the games of the season. But he's wearing white shoes today, so I looked for it, and I just didn't recognize him. Now here's Aceto on the far wing, just past Opat. The boot over the head, Terrazas. And here's number 16 for Westmore Central. That is Ryan Desalis. Loses it there, picked up by Pope John. Stowowski on the near side. He'll run the sideline, tries to get around the defense. Bumped by number 17 and a free kick for Stowowski, Pope John. So the Lions set up about 20, 30 yards from the net. Daniel Burns. There's Burns with the kick. In on net. Good save by Flynn as he secures it. Score remains 1-0 as Flynn rolls it out to his fullback. That's Brendan Dilling. So again, with the schedule for Pope John Lions TV on YouTube, nothing tomorrow on the schedule. My apologies. Track, cross country is tough to do because they're individualized sports, and without the team sport, it's tough to call. So, same with tennis and golf. That's why I don't get out to those events. So my apologies. But nothing on the schedule for tomorrow, and then Sunday, Junior Lions football, 11U, and then 13/14U. Back-to-back at the football field here at Pope John High School. 11 a.m. is the start time for the 11U game. 12:30 approximately for the 13-14U. On Monday, girls soccer, it'll be senior night as the Lady Lions will look to win on Monday afternoon. And then after that, the boys have a 6:30 matchup at Morristown. And that game will be played under the lights at Morristown High School. I'm going to try and get out to it. It depends. If the game ends late because of senior night, I may not. But if there's any way I can get out to it, I love broadcasting games at night. So we will try and make the effort. Tuesday, girls field hockey. Nothing on the schedule for Wednesday right now. And then we'll take a look and see in October what we set up for. Here's a break for Pope John coming down the field. Opat trying to get around the defense. Still on his feet, finally knocked down there, Stowowie. And Wes Morris is able to close it up and turn it back the other way. Now along the far side. Back to the goalie. Flynn will have it. And he boots it. Stopped by Terrazas. Landed Terrazas. Good footwork by him. The boot in. Save by Flynn. As Nicholas Aceto is breathing down his neck. Also, Opat in there. Pope John trying to give themselves some insurance here before the end of the first half. Now back to Flynn. Sends it up to his fullback, number 13, Daniel Lopes. Stolen away by Fadillo, and an infraction on him. It'll be Westmore Central possession. So the Wolfpack will start things out. Sun's starting to go below the tree line here. Again, it got dark by 7 o'clock last night, so that's going to be happening very soon. Time you wake up 5 weeks from now in November, it'll be 4:30 dark. I like that. Maybe I'm crazy. It does mean the end of fall sports in the afternoons, though. And we have to bring everything inside for hockey and basketball. Flynn, under pressure by Aceto, just has to knock it out of bounds. Pope John will get it right back in as Terrazas to Aceto. Nicholas Aceto, the pass across, intercepted. Now number 17 for Westmore Central, Josmer Fernandez. Plowski on him, sent down the field. It'll come into Rivera, but he's got to race towards it, and he dives to get it before number 16, Ryan Deslis, can jump on it. Now, he's saying he got out of the box, but I didn't see that. The header to the midfield stripe. Now, number 13, Daniel Lopes. Over to Fernandez. It looked to me that Rivera was right on the line, and he stayed in to make the save. But the fans for Westmore Central calling for a penalty there on Rivera going outside the box to make that save. I think he was right on the line, so. The boot in. The header. Oh, he missed. Over the head of the Westmore attacker. We have a whistle. Substitutions in for Westmore Central. Lions lead 1-0 on a goal by Damian Stowowie, number 9, assisted by number 8, Landon Terrazas. That's your only scoring so far in this match. Very even matchup so far between the Wolfpack and the Lions. Throw the records out the window. West Morris 0-7, Pope John 3-3. Does not matter. Rivera will be set up for the goal kick. The freshman goalkeeper approaches the ball. Big boot down the far side. Good header. Stowowie takes possession. He will continue on. No, it's going to go the other way. It's going to go Westmore Central. So it's against Pope John. The Wolfpack set up for a free kick right at midfield. Intercepted by Poplowski. Good header down the field. And there is number 5, Santiago Vargas, able to knock it out of bounds and reset the Westmore Central offense. There's a Wolfpack. And Pope John trying to get a break there. It's booted into Flynn, but Flynn will play it. Good hustle there by Aceto. Now Terrazas with the steal. Landon comes in the shot. Save by Cooper Flynn.
Shake it off, Landon. Shake it off. Get up.
Landon Terrazas coming out of nowhere to pick up that ball, and he got a good shot on net, but a good save by the Westmore Central netminder. Now turned around by number 14, Marvin Dew. Sent down the field along the far side, right in front of the Pope John bench. The shot in, just wide right, as Rivera went diving to his left there. Just misses the cage, goes out of bounds. Goal kick for Pope John. Substitutions in for the Lions now. Sabella back into the game for Pope John, as is Daniel Burns. So Rivera with the goal kick, gives it off to Fadillo. Teo has it now along the near side. Intercepted by number 14, Marvin Dew. Fadillo racing up to the play. Sends it to the fullbacks for Westmore Central. And now back to the goalkeeper, Flynn. Santiago Vargas after it. Number 9, Tyler Salazar cuts him off. Right in front of the Wolfpack bench. Time winding down in this first half. 1-0 your score. Pope John leading. Flynn with the pass over to Braden Archer. Stolen by Terrazas. Landon Terrazas trying to set up Archer, just jumped the lane and blocked Terrazas from taking a shot there. Now sent all the way down the field. Number 16, Decilis after it. Goes into the corner and over the sideline, not the back line, so it'll be a throw-in for Pope John. Here's Burns. To Fadillo. Good play by that's Terrazas. To Opat. Burns back to Opat. Intercepted by Dew. Number 10, J.P. Huff. Good defense there. Now Opat. Opat's got 2 wings. He sends it forward. Coming in on goal. It's all alone. The shot. He scores! Nicholas Aceto puts it into the empty net after beating the goalkeeper, Cooper Flynn. And the Pope John Lions take a 2-0 lead. Nicholas Aceto buries it into the open net after beating the goalkeeper. And Pope John up by a deuce. 2-0. Well, that play was all set up at midfield by Fadillo, and he found the wings. Saw Aceto in the other wing. I think it was Terrazas right next to him. Maybe it's Stoawi. But they're breaking down the field, and the pass set up perfectly for Aceto. All he had to do was deke the goalie. That's what he did. Puts it in the open net. 2-0 your lead. Pope John over Westmore Central. Sabella up the field. Opat trying to spring Aceto again. On the far side. Wolfpack looking to break in. And there is number 17, Fernandez. Booted out of there by Vargas. Good kick by Manuel Vargas. Intercepted by Burns. Right at the midfield line. There's Huff. Huff trying to find Decilis. Ryan Decilis to pass. Comes back to number 4, Braden Archer. Ryan Decilis on the near side. Terrazas defending. Archer, good pass. Right in the middle to Huff. Collision right at midfield. Both players go down. Ball squirts free. Goes over to Aceto. Nicholas Aceto trying to sidestep the midfielder there. Can't do so. Number 7, Dylan Caceres picks it up. Wes Morris into the far corner now. Cleared out of the way by senior defenseman and fullback Emmanuel Vargas. So the ball out of bounds as we play it in by Westmore Central. Lions have really settled down. They've had a long week of practice under head coach Chardia, and he's gotten them ready for this game. Trying to forget the Montville game, 2-0. They lost, and they have really responded here today in this first half. Now Pope John racing up the field, cut off at the midfield stripe. There's number 20, Christian Jewell. Pass in, intercepted by Tyler Wright, number 16. Terrazas on the near side, trying to play his way around number 14, Marvin Dew. Up the field, Flynn's going to come out of the box. He'll just kick it. Comes down to Santiago Vargas. Vargas, number 5, the pass over to Opat. We have a whistle. And I think an offside. No. Well, it's going to go over to Westmore Central. Right on the far sideline in front of the official scorers table. Vargas gets an elbow there. No call, we play on. Now, here's Sabella. Sabella, it goes back to Westmore Central. Shot blocked by Vargas. It's going to bounce out of bounds over the back line, and that will set up Westmore Central for a corner kick. 2-0, Pope John leading over Westmore Central. The Wolfpack looking to get that proximate goal. That one goal will cut it to just 1. The Wolfpack setting up for a corner here. And number 21 coming over to support him. The big boot. Right through the crease. And Pope John is going to hunt that down. No, it's actually going to go over the sideline. And it will be Pope John ball. So good play by Landon Terrazas to let that go out of bounds. And so a throw in by Pope John. Daniel Burns will do the honors. Over to Fadillo. Good kick by Fadillo. Over to Sabella. Chris Sabella looking to break free. Goes back over to Dew. Number 18, Kevin Masterson with it. Pass up. On the far side, right in front of the Pope John bench. Goes out of bounds. It'll be Westmore Central throwing. Referee's looking at their watches, so time is about to expire here in this first half. It has been close to 40 minutes, so. Right in front. Blocked down by Pope John. Another block by Terrazas. Good header by Jute. Comes into Rivera, who will pick it up, and he'll secure it. Now Rivera will take the big boot all the way down the field over the midfield stripe. Sent back by Westmore Central. Burns will play it. Burns to Fadillo, right near us. Up the field, intercepted by Dew. Past Terrazas. Back to the fullback. Pope John just waiting for a mistake there to jump on. Now over to Archer. Archer on the near side. Good slide tackle by Aceto. So Westmore's with the ball into Dew. And again, Aceto knocking it out of bounds. Archer into Fernandez. Terrazas on him. Over to Dew. Back to Fernandez. Fernandez with the shot. In. Rivera will take it in. Right into the breadbasket. Good save by the freshman netminder, Matthew Rivera. Time winding down this first half. Pope John with a 2-0 lead over Westmore Central. Right at the midfield stripe. There's Archer. Pass to Dew. Number 14, Dew. Booted in. Intercepted by Fadillo. Teo Fadillo now. Up the field. Aceto. The kick ahead. Offside. Westmore Central ball. So number 7, Dylan Caceres with the kick. All the way down the field toward the goal. Good header out of the way by Vargas. High up in the air toward the Pope John bench. Bounces. Goes out of bounds. No, stays in for a while. My fault. Can't see all the way over there. So finally bounced out of bounds on Westmore. I was waiting for it. Sabella with the steal. Chris Sabella. Pope John on the move. And it's cut off at the pass by Archer. Now here is Jute trying to get around Burns. Out of bounds. Westmore Central possession. Westmore Central, they're Chester, New Jersey. Pope John out of Sparta. And there is the whistle. We have reached the end of the first half. 2 goals for Pope John. The first off the foot of Damian Stawelli, assisted by Landon Terrazas. And then the second goal set up by Teo Fadulo, right to Nicholas Aceto. And Aceto burying it into the back of the net. And there's your score, 2-0 as we've reached halftime. We'll be back in a few minutes. We'll start up a new feed. Come on back to Pope John High School. The Lions lead the Westmore Central Wolfpack 2-0. Enjoy halftime. We'll be back in about 5-10 minutes on a new feed right here on Pope John Lions TV on YouTube.